In 2008, a 19-year-old inventor named Ben Gulak captured the world's attention with his futuristic invention, the Uno Dicycle. It was an eco-friendly, self-balancing electric motorcycle with two wheels side by side, and it looked straight out of a sci-fi movie. But after going viral and securing $1.25 million on Dragon's Den, the question is, what happened to the Uno Dicycle? Did it ever make it to production? And where is Ben Gulak today? Let's dive into the fascinating story of the Uno Dicycle and its inventor. At just 19 years old, Ben Gulak unveiled the Uno Dicycle at the Toronto Spring Motorcycle Show, where it took home a top 10 spot on Popular Science's Invention Awards list. The Uno was unlike anything people had seen before, an electric-powered vehicle that looked like a cross between a motorcycle and a unicycle, balanced by gyroscopes. The first prototype? Let's just say it was a little rough around the edges, with an angle iron frame and wheelchair motors, and Ben himself described his first ride as absolutely terrifying, ending in a crash and a chipped kneecap. But this was just the beginning. Fast forward a couple of years, and the Uno's next iteration, the Uno 2, was ready to make its mark. Ben posted a video of the prototype online, and within 24 hours, it had over 50,000 views. By the end of the week, over 1 million. Some people thought it was a new military device, others thought it was meant for extreme sports. Either way, it went viral, especially among X Games fans. People were captivated by the idea of this one-wheeled wonder that looked like it belonged in a future we hadn't caught up to yet. Later that year, Ben appeared on Dragon's Den, where he secured an astonishing $1.25 million in venture capital for a 20% stake in the Uno project. This was the biggest deal ever made on the show at the time. How many of you can get this trivia question correct? Leave us the answer A, B, or C in the comments below. The Uno Dicycle, A, never made it to production, or B, is currently manufactured in Switzerland, or C, was immediately copied by China and made available on Wish for $177.
Hi, I'm Ben Gulak. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Milton, Ontario. My product is the Uno, and my company is BPG Technologies, and I'm looking for $1.25 million for 15% of my company.
$1.25 million for how much?
15%. I brought these for you. Unfortunately, the bike is in California right now, so.
And this is your invention, Ben?
This is my invention.
Is this you riding it, Ben?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm the test rider / programmer.
Is it stable?
It's completely stable. I mean, it has active balancing, so when you're actually riding it, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything. It does all the guesswork and thinking for you.
Is it real? Like it's real? Like you built this?
This is a real life-size prototype.
Can we see the video on it? It is so cool looking.
So this is meant for Bangkok and Hong Kong and crowded urban centers.
Any really, highly populated, overdense cities.
How fast does it go?
Right now it goes 15 miles per hour. That's for a whole bunch of reasons.
And at any speed, it maintains its balance. How does it do that?
Well, there's a neutral point. So when the bike is completely level or like in its not moving position, that's considered zero. And then any deviation from that, if the rider leans forward or leans backward, the sensors pick that up and try and recenter the bike. So if you lean forward, it has to speed the wheels up to move the rider back above them, whereas if you lean backward, it moves the wheels backward and moves the rider back on top of them.
Is it battery powered?
It's all electric, so it's battery powered.
What about the cost of one of these if I want to buy one in the street?
Well, I see the final price being anywhere between $5,000 and $5,500 for this. I was able to manufacture, I just finished a second prototype 2.5 weeks ago, and I built the whole thing for $2,000. I really believe in this product, and I'd really like to see it make it to production.
If a large manufacturer came to you today and was willing to stay with your vision and take all of these headaches outside of the R&D you want to provide, which everybody's going to believe you should do, are you okay with that? For a royalty, let's say they're willing to pay you 7% of sales.
Absolutely. I mean,
Man, that was the A answer, my friend.
I'd invest in you, Ben, just from that answer. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's like holes in the proposal and everything, but this has a lot of potential. There's a lot of concrete things behind it.
You want to see millions of them on the streets all around the world, right?
Yes.
And millions of dollars in your pocket.
I love money.
You're okay with it, right?
Yeah.
It's impossible not to make an offer.
Okay.
The value of a concept is indeterminate. And if any of the other dragons want to participate, I'm going to start with an offer. You're looking for $1.25 million.
Is that right?
Yeah. I love money.
If you were to do that for 30% of the firm, get down under a $3-4 million valuation.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I would certainly be there.
I'm in on that offer.
I'm in.
Okay, so you've got a fairly consistent view of people willing to participate.
As tempting as that sounds, I really can't go above 20%.
You're saying that $1.25 million for 20%?
Yeah, that's as high as I'll go.
Can you give us just a moment to talk amongst ourselves?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I know you're overpaying.
Let's get it done. Let's go to Toyota and negotiate a
Robert,
deal.
I've never seen you throw money out like this before and not care about your money.
Honestly, he's very impressive.
Okay, Ben, we've talked about it. I think it's unanimous that we believe in you, and we're comfortable doing the deal at $1.25 million for 20% of the firm.
Do we have a deal?
We have a deal. We have a deal.
All right.
I love money.
You want the cash already?
Yeah. I love money.
I think it's unanimous that we believe in you, and we're comfortable doing the deal at $1.25 million. $1.25 million. $1.25 million.
He even landed an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. It seemed like the Uno was headed for the big time until the deal fell apart. Only W. Brett Wilson followed through, investing $250,000. But the dream of taking the Uno to mass production hit some major roadblocks. By 2011, Ben and his team were working on the Uno 3, a transforming electric vehicle that could switch from a Dicycle to a tricycle. It had a hand throttle for acceleration and braking, and the team even started taking pre-orders. The price? Between $5,000 and $7,000, with a projected range of 30 to 35 miles per charge. But the high price, coupled with liability concerns, limited its top speed to just 35 miles per hour, making it more of an enthusiast's dream than a mainstream product. Unfortunately, the Uno 3 never quite made it to mass production either. So, what happened? Why didn't the Uno take off after all the hype? Well, it faced a few challenges. The engineering behind the self-balancing tech was complex, and there were safety concerns. Commercial production simply wasn't feasible, despite the early promise. Ben Gulak had put off attending MIT for a year to work on the project, and he even moved to Boston to raise funds. But ultimately, the Uno remained a prototype, never progressing to the level of mass production. But Ben didn't stop there. After the Uno, he went on to help design the DTV Shredder, an off-road vehicle that's sort of like a tank, snowboard, and dirt bike all rolled into one. The DTV shredder was a hit with extreme sports enthusiasts, and while it's unclear how involved Ben is with the current company, DTV Motors certainly picked up where BPG Motors left off. So, where is Ben Gulak today? It turns out he's still doing what he does best, creating. Ben has transitioned from vehicles to a new passion, art. He continues to push the boundaries of innovation and design, but this time with a paintbrush in hand instead of a motorcycle blueprint. You can check out his current work at POS Arts. And that's the story of the Uno Dicycle, a futuristic invention that sparked the world's imagination, but ultimately never made it to mass production. But one thing's for sure, Ben Gulak's journey is far from over. We at Mind's Eye Design wish him all the best as he continues to inspire and create. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments. What viral invention do you want us to investigate next?
Although I went to MIT for engineering, I grew up going to art camps, studying art in school, and even studied fine art in Italy during a semester abroad program. As an engineer, art has played a huge role in my creative process, enabling me to create vehicles that blend function and form in innovative combinations. As an artist, my engineering background has allowed me to create some functional works of art. My artwork represents a coming of age and reflections of our current times. The desire to chase what appears to be the good life, coveting money, power, loss of innocence, and searching for happiness where it can't always be found. I draw inspiration from pop culture, hip-hop, friends, and life experiences. The Cookie Monster was always my favorite character from Sesame Street, mainly for his unbridled love and enthusiasm for cookies and carefree attitude. My paintings represent our inner cookie monsters, unrestrained and unapologizing for just wanting to be a little wild and kooky.